Hello everyone, welcome back to my presentation for this English homework/project. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Askarosity, and in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most popular movies this year, The Batman. The Batman is this year's American superhero film that was based upon the DC comic character, Batman. This presentation conveys you information about the multiple insights surrounding the filmmaking experience of The Batman through production timeline, marketing value, and the exhibition outcomes. I've decided to divide this presentation into 3 parts. Number 1, the production of the film itself. Number 2, the cast members of the film. Number 3, the box office. Let's start with the very first explanation about the production of the film. It all started from a man named Matt Reeves who initially entered negotiations with the film company Warner Bros. To produce, direct, and write The Batman. The production moves on to the writing process, where Matt Reeves began writing with his fellow partner plus screenwriter, Peter Craig. Once the script has been written and approved, the production then moves on to the casting process. One of the actors who was successfully cast for the role in the film was Robert Pattinson, who plays Bruce Wayne, aka The Batman. Focusing on the production design led by James Shinlin, the design team began working on the set and props for the film. Namely, that's important for the Batcave and the Batmobile to be designed mainly. And for the costume design, it was assured that it was led by Academy Award-winning costume designer Jacqueline Duran. The team began assembling the costumes that were set for the film, such as the Batsuit and the prosthetic makeup that was needed for the other characters. Then production moved on to the filming process. Filming for the Batman began in January 2020 in England, but then filming was disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic beginning 2 months after the production states there was a suspension on the film shoot. Then it was continued in September 2020. Until then, the whole production was finally wrapped on March 2021. Editing of the production was led by editor William Hoy and Tyler Nelson. The final cut of the film is 176 minutes long, including the credits. In January 2022, The Batman received a PG-13 rating after early screenings. And finally, The Batman was released on March 4th, 2022 in a worldwide release exhibition. Now we move on to the cast of the Batman film. We now take a look at the actors and actresses who portray the characters in the film The Batman. As we all know, Robert Pattinson is the main character of the film, and he's also playing side by side with actress Zoe Kravitz, who plays Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Paul Dano also makes an appearance on playing Edward Nashton, aka Riddler, who seems to be the antagonist of the story. Jeffrey Wright, who plays James Gordon, the chief police officer in the story. Andy Serkis, who plays the famous Alfred. And last but not least, Colin Farrell, who plays Oswald Oz Cobblepot, aka Penguin. Now it's time for me to explain the box office. Let's take a look at this chart right here. The horizontal axis represents the numbers of Batman movies that has been released over the years. Meanwhile, the vertical axis represents the value of the film in a numeric of millions of dollars. It shows that both Batman films have gained both popularity and box office values since the last decade. That might include the new Batman film that is now on 200 million box office sold and still counting. And that is it. In conclusion, The Batman is one of the most prestigious films in terms of process this year, and it is up to us as the audience to go ahead and watch The Batman in theaters right now. Thank you for your attention.